Robotics at University of Michigan. Today I would like to talk about a very exciting field in robotics called robot learning from imitation. Before we get into the details, let's look at some robots that are making a difference in our daily lives. Industrial robots, as the most widely used robots nowadays, are significantly improving the manufacturing efficiency. And as you may have noticed, there is a rising popularity of domestic robots. For example, the Roomba, a vacuum cleaning robot. It basically goes around people's houses and help vacuum the floors, and maybe entertain the cats too. And we probably want the domestic robots to help do the laundry for us too. Conventionally, we would need help from the robot expert. And here is Steve. What he will do is to first analyze the steps involved in laundry. A quick search on Google reveals that the steps are as following. First, separate the clothes and then use dial to start washing machine, and so on. Then Steve will write out programs to control the robot to complete each step for the laundry, and he will repeat the process if we want the robot to do the cleaning for us. And the same applies to cooking, and the same for sports. And it also applies to other common tasks in factories, for example, assembly, packaging, loading and unloading, and other things that we would like the robot to help us with. And this is what will happen to Steve. As we can see, it is not practical for us to ask them to program for us every time we want the robot to learn a new task. So, the question comes, without the expert programming, how does the robot accomplish a new task? For example, here, the robot doesn't know how to pour water from a pitcher into a glass. The answer to that is to learn from imitation. And it's just like we learn many things through imitating others too, such as riding a bike and fishing. We would observe others' motions and imitate their motions. So instead of depending on the softwares, we could stand in front of the robot and directly demonstrate to it how to pour water from a pitcher into a glass. And after the robot observing all that, it will be able to figure out what is the goal of the action by comparing the status of the objects at the beginning and at the end of the action. In this particular example, the goal is to fill the glass with water. And next, the robot will try to split the observed motions into simple steps based on the shape. Since in this example, the motion involved in reaching to grasp the pitcher is approximately a straight line translation of the hand, while the motion involved in pouring water into the glass is mostly hand rotation. So the robot will split the motion into these two steps, and in each step, the robot will mimic the observed motion and try to get as successful as it can be. In detail, for the first step, it will mimic the straight line translation of the hand, and then try different grasping locations. Once it discovers a proper location for the grasping, it will try a lot more locations close to that, until after some iterations, it concludes with a proper region of the location for grasping. And similarly for the second step, it will mimic the hand rotation and with different pouring locations and angles. Once it discovers a proper location and angle, it will explore more locations and angles close to that until it concludes with a good region. Once the robot is done with these two steps, it can successfully grasp the pitcher and pour water from the pitcher into the glass. And if the robot is given a similar task and similar objects, for example, watering the plants, it knows exactly what to do. It will directly reach and grasp the handle of the watering can on the side and pour the water at a proper location with a proper angle. But it will fail to do so if the handle is not on the side of the can, instead it's on the top of the can. But this doesn't mean the robot is in crisis. As always, we can show the robot how to do it again, and the robot will able to learn through imitating us. And here is an example of the robot successfully learns to pour water from a bottle into different cups or mugs at different locations. And there are other works that successfully teaches robot attend swing. The current challenge is that the robot is not able to understand the complex actions, such as those involved in cooking. So the future work for us is to get robot to understand actions better. And with the development in the field of robot learning from imitation, imagine that one day you go to work with the makeup that your robot learned about. Thank you.